So our next speaker of the night is Dean Caraff. He's been a member of Toastmasters for many years, but is relatively new to our club. He's currently working on his ACG, ALS, and his third CC manual. Please help me welcome, I skipped a spot. He's going to be doing the icebreaker speech tonight. Please help me welcome Dean Caraff with his speech entitled Special Pleas.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Yes, I'm sure you all have memories of really special days that were truly wonderful. Days that were so good, were etched on a stone wall. I've got a few of those, and I'd like to share a couple of them tonight. The first one was when I first got married 35 years ago in Chicago. My family was there, my best friends were there, her family was there, her best friends were there, and a great time was had by all. It was a day so filled with hope and promise. We were young, we had our whole adult lives to look forward to. We both had jobs out at Hanford in southeast Washington. We were able to realize a multi-year dream of moving out west to be close to the mountains. Getting married filled a gaping crater of insecurity that I had. I was an engineer. I felt like a nerd, geek, and I couldn't imagine another woman loving me other than my mother. But there I was, getting married. In fact, getting married was so fun that I ended up doing it twice. Because the first one fell apart in just a couple of years. About a year and a half after the divorce was final, I met the woman that is currently my wife through my involvement in soccer.
Whoa.
We'd been going out a few months, and one of my woman friends said to me, "Dean, I don't think Karen's right for you." "Really? Why not?" "Well, she seems more like a buddy than a girlfriend." I thought to myself, a buddy, a best friend, someone that loves to go hiking and mountain climbing and canoeing and bicycling and skiing. Someone that told me that she tore the heads off her dolls when she was a little girl because she didn't like dolls. And I thought, I think she's just fine. So we lived together for 29 years before we decided to get married. We were committed to each other simply through a verbal commitment. But that seemed stronger than any steel cable that I've ever run across. But as we neared retirement, quitting work, there were some practical issues that caused us to rethink our relationship. So we went down to the courthouse one Friday at noon and got married in front of the judge with a couple of friends. I originally thought, well, this is just going to be no big deal. We'll just go in and sign the papers. But I was wrong. It was very emotionally rewarding, very satisfying, and I'm so happy we finally did it. As I've alluded to, we greatly enjoy being active and being outside. One of our greatest adventures was a 6-week, 650-mile canoe trip in northern Canada. About halfway through that trip, we thought it would be fun to get up very early in the morning for the sunrise. Now, we were that far from the Arctic Circle, so getting up early to see the sunrise presented a bit of a conundrum, because the sun comes up very, very, very early. So we got up at the painful hour of 2:48, crawled out of the tent. It was already quite light, even though the night was very short. Fog had formed overnight because it got cold, and it formed over the relatively warm water of the river. And it was flowing downstream like a river on top of a river. Because it was cold, we were ready in record time. We pushed the boat out into the cold fog, seeming to float on a magical black mirror. As we drifted downstream, the sun eventually came up, and it turned the fog pink, and then yellow, and then orange, and finally white. It was like being in a room full of colored lights. It was very beautiful. About 7 o'clock in the morning, the fog completely burned away. We found ourselves under an infinite blue dome. It's very flat out in the tundra, much like many parts of eastern Washington. It's truly big sky country. We continued drifting down the river, and about noon we came upon a wonderful, beautiful, sandy island out in the river. Think South Pacific, sandy, beautiful island. We pulled over. We couldn't resist spending the rest of the day just being lazy, exploring the island, exploring the shore and the tundra. Needless to say, we went to bed early that night, which was a fitting end to a truly wonderful day. I hope these few memories have caused you to think about some of your special days. I hope you can reach up into your trophy case of memories and pull some of them out later tonight. Look at them, turn them around, polish them a little, put them back. I truly feel blessed to have found somebody that's my buddy, my friend, and my wife. We've had a lot of great adventures together, and I'm really looking forward to having a lot more.